And effect. We will start over with this 2-minute video about Trump, at the ministry basically. And Ben Carson believes Trump was saved for a reason. Meanwhile, he's trying to promote Christianity and Christian values. They are trying to push a fake birthday card on Mr. Trump that was created with a computer. Anyone with 2 eyes can see this image was digitally created, but they don't want you to believe what you see with your own eyes. They want you to believe the narrative they push, and they know the majority of the Democrats will believe that narrative.
America was founded on faith, as we know, and I've been saying it for a long time. And when faith gets weaker, our country seems to get weaker. And I created the first ever Department of Justice task force to eradicate anti-Christian bias. And for those people that are a little bit naive or not well-read, there is a tremendous anti-Christian bias. We don't hear about it. We don't think about it. You hear about anti-Semitic, but you don't hear about anti-Christian. Now, you have a strong anti-Christian bias, but we're ending that rapidly.
Interesting morning. Comments from President Trump there. You see Bishop Robert Barron, and you see Dr. Ben Carson, a bunch of faith leaders, many faith leaders who were up on that stage. There's the Attorney General, Pam Bondi. This was at the Museum of the Bible. Very interesting place. If you haven't been there, it's a very interesting place to visit. And this comes on the heels of the DOJ task force report.
Museum of the Bible. God bless America and help everyone's having a great morning, afternoon, wherever you're watching
during the
from.
Biden administration. President Trump also saying today that the Education Department will issue new guidance on prayer in schools. No details yet of what that will look like. But let's bring in Ben Carson, Vice Chair of the Religious Liberty Commission that was established by President Trump. He's also chair of the American Cornerstone Institute. Dr. Carson, it's always great to see you. Good to have you with us. Thank you very much for joining me. Can you give people a sense of how you see it in terms of how anti-Christian bias has surfaced in recent years? And some would say in particular...
What Biden did to Christian folks and religious folks is disgusting. There's no debating that. You got to listen to some of the stuff that Biden has done to Christians. But double tap the screen, like, subscribe, drop some comments. Let me know where you're coming from, what city, what state. Much appreciated, guys. Now let's get into this. We're going to hear what Ben Carson has to say about old Sleepy Joe. Some of the Democrats' favorite presidents in history was Sleepy Joe and Barack Hussein Obama. But they did some pretty evil stuff. But they're trying to make Trump look like the Mad Hatter, like the madman, like the evil demon, Mr. Trump. Nope. That's the Democrat Party. The party that, is atheist, agnostic, whatever you want to call them. These people used to be a Christian party. They have ruined that. They keep telling people that they're an atheist, agnostic party now. No. But smash that like button, subscribe, drop some comments. Let me know who's watching down below. That birthday letter is fake. Fake birthday letter. Excuse me.
In terms of the use of the government under the Biden administration.
Well, it depends a lot on who the leadership is, of course. President Trump is very different and has deep feelings of...
Christian party is a scary phrase. Why? Our country was founded on Christianity. Why is a Christian party a scary phrase? You must be a Democrat. You must be a Democrat. Hit that like button, double tap that screen.
Christian beliefs and believes that he was saved by God for a purpose. The Biden administration had a very different belief system.
Yup. Trump was...
The Biden administration...
It was founded with Christianity. Christianity is in the Constitution. It's in our laws. You are a denying Democrat to say that our country wasn't founded with Christianity. Just like some countries are founded with Islam, our country was founded with Christianity. We have freedom of religion, but it was founded with Christianity.
And as manifested
one
by,
nation
instance,
under God.
Some Christian women were demonstrating peacefully in front of an abortion clinic and ended up in jail. Now that that would only happen, obviously, if you really were quite hostile toward them.
Some people were protesting at an abortion clinic peacefully. They went to jail. The George Floyd protesters, no jail, no nothing. Just Joe Biden saying, oh, keep going, burn down the whole city. You know how many times they burned down the city under Joe Biden and he did nothing? But people protest outside an abortion clinic and they go to prison? Are you kidding me, Joe Biden? Are you kidding me?
And there's been a series of things like that, bias against Christian schools, against Catholic parents, against the whole
That's
host of
all
things.
the Democrats want to do is cut people's wieners off, especially children's. That's all they want to do, this bullshit cutting of wieners off. You must be a Democrat. That's how I know you're a Democrat, with that kind of comment. That's all the Democrats want to do. They want to push the devil onto people. They want to force people to cut off their wiener. That way the Democrats have less to compete with. It's true, they're pushing hormones on children. And they want them to cut off their genitalia. It is freaking true. I say it often because it's true. It's a party of destruction. I don't know why they want that. I do not know why they want that. But they're the ones passing these bills and these laws. Because I'm the only one exposing it. All the liberal media you watch is full of bullcrap. I'm telling the truth out here. It's a sick, disgusting world. And they want to cut off the kids' wieners and make them take hormones. And that's okay with the Democrats when these kids are only 11 and 12 years old. It's okay with the Democrats if we lose 476,000 children at the border. As long as they focus on putting Trump in prison instead of looking for these damn kids, they don't care. They don't care about the children. They don't care about the families. They care about putting Trump in prison. That's their one and only goal. They tried to take him out. They couldn't get rid of him. They couldn't take him out the other way. So the only thing they're going to do is try to put him in prison now. Since they realize they can't take him out with force, they're going to try to put him in prison. They're going to try to put him in prison. And they even convinced the Democrat Party that that assassination attempt was fake. That's how, deluded the Democrat Party is. They really got them to believe anything that they say. They say, oh, that was a fake assassination attempt. And the Democrats believe it. They believe it.
People wanting to shut people up and not talk
Trump
about
was an
Christianity.
FBI informant who worked to put Epstein in prison twice.
Virtually any other thing except Christianity.
Yeah, I just want to take a moment to play this from Shay Encinas, who spoke today, and then I just want to get a brief thought from you on this.
They've been psyoped. They just want to get rid of Trump. They don't care. They don't care about the 476,000 kids that went missing under Joe Biden's open border. They don't care that Joe Biden let anyone come into his ICE detention center and pick up their kids, quote unquote, with no birth certificate, no DNA test, no nothing. These people were human traffickers. Biden was human trafficking hundreds of thousands of children in front of you, and you said nothing because you love the Democrat demon party. Woo!
When I was in 5th grade, my school forced me to teach my kindergarten buddy about changing his gender using a book called My Shadow.
What the fuck? Are you serious? What the fuck? They forced this kid to teach his buddy in kindergarten about changing his gender? This is the demons! This is the demon crap party! This ain't a joke! This is not a joke! They want little kids cutting off their wieners and they want them taking hormones! They're trying to reduce the population and they're trying to reduce the men that can take their women at the end of the day. The Democrats can't get a woman.
Let's watch.
When I was in 5th grade, my school forced me to teach my kindergarten buddy about changing his gender using a book called My Shadow is Pink. The book
What the fuck? Ban that book now!
said you can choose your gender based on feelings instead of how God made us. I knew this was not right, but I was afraid of getting in trouble. After my family spoke up, the school treated us badly, and kids started bullying me and my brother because of our faith. And the school did nothing to stop it.
I mean, you know, the wisdom of having a gender-based book read by a grade schooler.
That is bullshit! Arrest that teacher and arrest those school teachers now!
To a kindergartner is very questionable
That's
to begin
fucked
with. But obviously,
up.
this young man knew that something didn't feel right about this. Dr. Carson, your quick thought here, sir.
Well, think about, there were two fouls committed here. First of all, forcing this fifth grader to read material that he was that was objectionable to him, and then forcing him to.
Didn't
read
he say
to
it was a kindergartner? He
Keeping in
said it
mind
was
that
a
the brain is not fully
kindergartner, not a
developed until
fifth
the
grader.
mid-20s, and children are very
Either way, it's
suggestible
fucked
and very
up.
curious, and you're forcing this stuff upon an undeveloped brain, many times without the permission of the parents. That's more than objectionable. That's child abuse.
Dr. Ben Carson.
I agree,
it was an
Mr.
interesting
Ben
morning. We thank you for
Carson.
the
That
work that
is
you're
child
doing in
abuse.
this
The
arena
Democrats
and
don't
for
care
joining
about
me
the
today.
children.
It's
Look
always
at the
good to
shit
see
they're
you, Doctor.
pushing.
Thank you very
When I was in 5th grade, my school forced me to teach my kindergarten buddy about changing his gender.
Okay, when he was in fifth grade, they forced this guy to teach a kindergartner to change his fucking gender. That is the Democrat Party. That is the Democrat Party. They want kids to cut off their wieners and take hormones. This ain't a joke. We need to save them now. Those teachers should be put in prison. Prison. And whoever decided that those teachers should teach that should also be in prison. We cannot let them destroy America. We cannot let them destroy America. Demon rats! If you guys have any comments, questions, anything you want to talk about, drop some super chats. We can pull up some videos. We can do some music reviews. Whatever you guys like. Drop some super chats. This is disgusting and unbelievably disgusting that they're trying to push these children to change their gender and remove their wieners for the Democrat Party, for the liberal leftism. Double tap that screen, hit the like and subscribe button. I really can't believe what I just heard. We gotta play it back for a third time in a row because this is unbelievably disgusting. The demons are still trying to do this shit.
When I was in 5th grade, my school forced me to teach my kindergarten buddy about changing his gender using a book called My Shadow is Pink. The book said you can choose your gender based on feelings instead of how God made us.
Ban that book now! Burn all the copies!
I knew this was not right, but I was afraid of getting in trouble. After my family spoke up, the school treated us badly, and kids started bullying me and my brother because of our faith. And the school did nothing to stop it.
I mean, you know, the wisdom of
This
having
ain't
a
hatred.
gender-based
Young
book
kids
read
don't
by a
need to learn
grade
this
schooler
bullshit
to a
at an early
kindergartner is
age.
very questionable
Now,
to begin
people
with.
wonder why the education system is messed up. It's not because we don't give them enough money. We give them too much money. We're giving them so much money that they're teaching this bullshit. This has nothing to do with education. Nothing. This is just bullshit.
But obviously, this young man knew that something didn't
Hit
feel right
that
about this, Dr.
like
Carson.
and
Your quick
subscribe
thought here,
button.
sir.
Well, think about, there were two fouls committed here. First of all, forcing this fifth grader to read material that he was that was objectionable to him, and then forcing him to read it to a kindergartner, keeping in mind that the brain is not fully developed until your mid to late 20s, and children are very suggestible and very curious, and you're forcing this stuff upon an undeveloped brain, many times without the permission of the parents. That's more than objectionable. That's child abuse.
That is child abuse.
Dr. Ben Carson,
That's
it was an interesting
100%
morning. We
child
thank you for the work that you're doing
abuse.
in this arena.
There's nothing else to say. That's child abuse. Thank you, Dr. Ben Carson, for all the good that you do. But that is child abuse. That's child abuse. You can't force children to teach other children about cutting off their wieners. They should go to prison, those damn teachers. They should go to prison. They should go to prison over that damn shit. If you guys have any questions, comments, anything you want to talk about, drop some super chats. They will all be read out loud, discussed, talked about. But that is disgusting. This is the world that we're still living in. And Trump is dismantling the woke mind and the deep state day after day. Day after day, he is dismantling the deep state, and he has taken down these woke cowards trying to teach your kids to cut off their wieners and take hormones and gender reassignment surgeries. It is disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Double tap that screen, like. Let's get the likes up to 20 likes. He should deploy the National Guard to every single city in America that needs it. It's that simple.
And we should all agree, riding a train.
It is disgusting what they got going on. Absolutely disgusting. They want to force your kids to cut off their wieners, and they're teaching them to do this in school. These schools should have the funding cut. These teachers should be fired. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. Ooh, ICE is launching a new operation in Chicago. Coming to Chicago. Deport.
Now, Fox News.
Trump's gonna save the children. He already found 24,000 children that were missing out of the 476,000 missing children that the Democrats never once spoke up about. 476,000 missing children under President Joe Biden's open border policy.
Contributor, and Tim Ryan, former Democratic Ohio Congressman. Great to have both of you with us. I just want to put on
ICE will deport all of the illegals, Democrats. All of the illegals will be deported. Yeah! Come on, guys. W chats, W's. Double tap that screen, hit the like and subscribe button. Let me know where you guys are coming from. I like to hear where you guys are coming from, but also tell me W in chat. W. If you guys have any comments, questions, anything you want to talk about, drop a super chat. If you guys have anything I should talk about, videos I should play, anything I should mention, if you love America, if you love Donald J. Trump, and you want to send a positive message to the 300 people watching, you can drop some super chats. W's in chat for deportation of illegal immigrants. W.
Look, under federal law, there's a program called 287G. The federal government can sign agreements.
They are teaching your kids still under President Trump. Oh, Jimmy, go teach that kindergartner that he can cut off his wiener if he wants to. Fuck no! Don't do that. Those teachers should be in prison. Those teachers should be in jail for trying to teach that shit to their kids.
Local communities to take care of some of the issues of illegal immigration. And one particular one is called jail enforcement, where literally the federal government would say, let us know when you have any illegal who's committed a crime, and we will take them off of your hands and deal with them. Move them out of the country if need be, or keep them in federal penitentiary.
Many children have had bottom surgeries. Many. Look it up. It's all in front of you. Look up on Google. Read the articles. Even if they are just taking hormones, that is fucked up. 5-year-olds should not be taking hormones.
Federal penitentiary.
That's a Democrat lie. Children have had bottom surgeries. It's all over the internet. The Democrats are pushing lies to try to protect their party. No, my party doesn't want to cut off your kid's wiener. We never did that before. Well, what about Dwayne Wade's son when he was 15, 16 years old? You let him cut off his wiener. What about all these other children that were much younger than that? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 years old, and the Democrat Party let them cut off their wieners. You're fucked in the head if you say that didn't happen. Because it did happen. It did happen. And you cannot deny it. You cannot deny what they're doing to the children. Should I go back and play that video again and show you Donald Trump on stage with that child? Hello, Burnell. Should I show you that video on stage with Trump with that 5th grader? That 5th grader told you that the teacher was telling him to go teach the kindergartners that they can cut off their wieners and be whatever they want. That is fucked up.
Out of the country. However, it's prohibited by law in California, Connecticut, Illinois, New Jersey, and Washington State for any entity inside those states to participate in the 287G program. There are 3 states where there have never been agreements between the feds and relatively small states, but in 42 states there are agreements. Now,
level up the likes, guys.
287G agreements.
Good morning, Mr. Burnell.
Don't say, look, we want to work with the federal
Listen,
government.
Michael, I've done my research. They don't release minor criminals' faces on the news. They don't release their full names and faces on the news when they get charged with crimes. So why would they release their faces and full names when they get gender reassignment surgery? I've already told you, Dwayne Wade's son, when he was 15, 16 years old, moved from Florida to California. He said, Daddy, I want to cut off my wiener, and Florida won't let me. So then when he was 15 or 16 years old, they moved him to California and he cut off his wiener. So stop spreading the bullshit that, oh, minors don't get bottom surgeries. Minors don't get bottom surgeries. Statistically, it might be a small amount. It might be, quote unquote, the word they like to use is rare. Bottom surgeries might be rare for minor children, but it's not as rare as it should be. It should be 0. 0. It should be 0 because that is disgusting. That is child abuse. That is inhumane. We should be arresting those parents. We should be arresting those doctors. There's no other way around it.
Leyland, who's committed a crime, we're going to turn him over.
ICE operation in Chicago.
After we have convicted him of crime
Yeah.
and sent him to prison for that offense.
I mean, these are low-hanging fruit and politically positive, I would think, Tim Ryan, for anyone, any law-abiding citizen to want off the street. And some of
If anyone has any questions or comments, drop some super chats.
And yet you have Mayor Brandon Johnson
Drop some
complaining
super
about
chats.
how much money is being spent on ICE. Watch this.
When the president of the United States of America put so much money into ICE, we're the only other forces that have more resources than ICE.
Let's get the 50 likes, guys. 50 likes. Slam that like button, subscribe. They're trying to force bullshit on the children.
First of all, his numbers are wrong there. It's $19 billion a year for this new ICE effort versus $850 billion for our defense effort. But Tim Ryan, the politics of this, are Democrats sort of, barking up the wrong tree? And will there be backlash?
Well, you have to start off with the premise that crime is
Deport,
bad,
deport,
and we should
deport,
protect our
deport.
citizens. And I think these kind of efforts
Deport them!
looked at. You can't have people with masks on jumping out of cars, pulling people out, arresting American citizens. As long
Yes,
as
you can,
have
good
those
sir.
protections in place and make sure you're not scaring the hell out of everybody. You need to get rid of the bad guys. Period. End of story. There should be no compromise there.
Hey, Tom Pepin
Citizens of
TV.
other countries.
Yeah, no, so I'm just saying, we've had incidents where American citizens have been arrested. We've seen people coming out with masks on. We don't need to do that.
Yes, they do. People would try to hurt them and their families. They can wear a mask if they want. They're trying to shoot ICE agents. They're trying.
Bad guys, let's be clear. Bad guys got to get out.
They did to one of them in the neck.
Question, why aren't we hiring more cops? We just had a huge tax cut for Elon Musk and others costing us trillions of dollars. Why aren't we hiring more cops on the beat in these cities. Vast majority of the crime being committed is by American citizens.
Let's get to
And
50
who are
likes,
doing bad
guys.
things.
Slam
We need to
that
get them
like
off the
button.
street too, so let's hire more cops.
Well, I don't think anybody would object to the man who just killed that young woman in North Carolina being off the street. Carl, let me ask you about this, though. Listen to this from Harry Enton with regard to the president's polling numbers among Hispanic voters. Watch this.
Two key groups that were so important to getting Donald Trump a second term. He did so much better than the traditional Republican among those under the age of 30 and Hispanics. And Hispanics, he was 6 points underwater. Look at this, minus 34 points. That's a 28-point move since February.
That is fake bullshit.
Is that a
CNN
problem
News.
politically for the president and his party, Carl?
Yes, we have seen a really interesting thing. There's growing support in the country, even among grassroots Democrats, on doing something about criminal illegals. On the other hand, there's growing support for the concept of immigration. People are using this controversy in order to say, let's go get the bad guys, but it is...
Let's go get the criminals, the illegal immigrants, and hell, let's lock up the teachers that are telling your sons and daughters that they can cut off their genitals and be whatever gender they want and take hormones. Let's arrest all these people. Hell, we'll even send these teachers and deport them out of the country if we can. Because that is fucked up. That is fucked up. They don't care about the children. They don't talk about the 476,000 missing children under Joe Biden's open border policy. They don't want to talk about it. They want to talk about arresting President Trump. And if it's not about arresting President Trump, they don't care. They don't care about the victims. They don't care about the children. Let's get one thing straight right here, right now. Smash that like and subscribe button if there's anything you guys want to talk about, any comments you want to make, anything you want me to read out loud. Drop some super chats, smash that like button. Hell, if one of the Democrats want to see how a true Trump supporter can do 300 to 400 push-ups for a $20 super chat, we can make that happen. Or if the Democrats just want to see like 100 or something specific, we can do that for a $20 super chat too. But we'll do 300 to 400. Let's get back to this part where when Trump was doing this.
Let's watch.
When I was in 5th grade, my school forced me to teach my kindergarten buddy about changing his gender using a book called My Shadow is Pink. The book said you can choose your gender based on feelings
fucked up!
God made us.
That is fucked up. You can't change your gender. You can't tell these people to cut off their wieners when they're in the 5th grade or when they're in kindergarten. That is disgusting. That is fucked up. Arrest those teachers. Arrest those teachers.
I knew this was not right, but I was afraid of getting in trouble. After my family spoke up, the school treated us badly, and kids started bullying me and my brother because of our faith. And the school did nothing to stop it.
I mean, you know, the wisdom of having a gender-based book read by a grade schooler to a kindergartner is very questionable to begin with. But obviously this young man knew that something didn't feel right about this. Dr. Carson, your quick thought here, sir.
Thank you. That is fucked up for anyone under the age of 18. They shouldn't be teaching this shit. Then they wonder why they say, oh, our kids are dumb because we don't give our teachers more money. We don't give the school more money. We're the most funded education system in the world, but we don't even rank in the top 40. It's because we're teaching dumb shit like this. Dumb ass gender studies. Fuck off. You should not be teaching children that they can cut off their wieners at such an early age. Arrest these teachers now. Now. Smash that like button. Let's get to 50 likes. If there's anything you guys want to say, talk about. If you want to debate with me, join the Discord. Discord link in the bio. Go check out my recent clips from different live streams, interviews, debates, all kinds of stuff. Go check out all the clips I've been posting there. Great. They're hilarious. Thank you for subscribing. This is fucked up. Can we say W for arresting these teachers teaching this shit? Can we say W for ICE arresting illegal immigrants? Can we say W down below in the comments for that? W. A lot of Democrats mad. W. Big W. 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 Oh, they're mad. It's a culture war. If you want these kids to chop off your wieners, I hope Trump arrests your ass immediately and puts you in prison. 15 and 16 is still too young. It's still too young. They don't care about the damn children. Trump has been lowering the inflation rates. He's been lowering the food prices. He's been making the country better. The economy is growing. Over 1 million new jobs since Trump came into office. And all these Democrats are whining and screaming about bullshit. They're mad that Trump isn't going to let them cut off their wieners anymore. If they're a minor child, you ain't going to do that. Sorry, Democrats, sorry. Not going to happen.
Watch.
When I was in 5th grade, my school forced me to teach my kindergarten buddy about changing his gender using a book called My Shadow is...
Fuck no! That should be illegal. That should be illegal. Let's play it back one time for you guys. We gotta play it back because that is screwed up.
Let's watch.
When I was in 5th grade, my school forced me to teach my kindergarten buddy about changing his gender using...
Fuck no! Arrest that teacher now!
A book called My Shadow is Pink. The book said you can choose your gender based on feelings instead of how God made us. I knew this was not right, but I was afraid of getting in trouble. After my family spoke up, the school treated us badly, and kids started bullying me and my brother because of our faith. And the school did nothing to stop it.
I mean, you know, the wisdom of having a gender-based book read by a grade schooler to a kindergartner is very questionable to begin with.
If anyone wants to debate live on stream, just join my Discord. I've said this hundreds of times. Discord is linked in my bio. Join the Discord. Watch the recent clips I've been posting. I've been doing these live streams, but I've been posting video clips, 3 to 5 minutes, interesting debate clips and whatnot. Go check that out. I don't know what your name is in the Discord. There's a lot of people in there.
Obviously, this young man knew that something didn't feel right about this, Dr. Carson. Your quick thought here, sir.
Well, think about, there were 2 fouls committed here. First of all, forcing this 5th grader to read material that he was that was objectionable to him, and then forcing him to read it to a kindergartner, keeping in mind that the brain is not fully developed until your mid to late 20s, and children are very suggestible and very curious, and you're forcing this stuff upon an undeveloped brain, many times without the permission of the parents. That's more than objectionable. That's child abuse.
Dr. Ben Carson, it was an interesting morning. We thank you for the work that you're doing in this arena.
Thank you, Ben Carson.
It's always good to see you, Doctor. Thank you very much.
Hey.
Thank you, Doctor. Slam the like and subscribe button. If you guys have any video requests, anything you'd like to talk about, just let me know, guys. We can play it. If you guys got any questions, drop some super chats. It's that simple. Trump! Everyone spam Trump down below. It's child abuse. They should be arrested for child abuse. It's that simple. The Democrats hate Christianity. They're the party of the devil. Don't mention Christianity around the Democrat. They will start to, scream at the top of their lungs some satanic shit. Smash the like and subscribe button, guys. Let's get to 50 likes. 50 likes, guys. 50 likes. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Kamala will never run again, but like I said, if you want a long-winded answer, if anyone wants any long-winded answers to their questions, you can drop some super chats. I'll answer them. But ICE is coming to Chicago. The National Guard and ICE are going to make Chicago safer. This is not rage bait. Poor girl on the bus. The Democrats don't want to talk about that either. Not every Democrat agrees with it, but the majority of their party agrees with it. Their party is why all these laws are changing in certain states to let these kids cut off their wieners. I don't give a flying fuck what the Chicago mayor wants. We're going to come kick in his door and we're going to put the National Guard in his backyard. And we're going to put ICE in his backyard. There's no options for him. Not when 56 people get shot on Labor Day weekend and 8 people are unalived. It's not an option, Mr. Mayor of Chicago. You don't know how to run a city. You're a dipshit. You don't know how to run Chicago. New York City is next. Once again, if you guys have any questions or comments, anything you want me to read out loud, drop some super chats. No, this is not satire. This is 100% true. The majority of Americans think just like me. The American voters think just like me, guys. That's exactly why, the majority of American voters voted for Donald J. Trump, and they would still vote for him to this day. Los Angeles is next. Oh, Billy's mad. Trump is your president. Notice how the whole chat is Democrat, the unemployed. Yeah. Here, let's do a poll. Okay, comment down below. Click on this poll. Are you a demon rat or a conservative? Let's see what you guys saying. Hit the poll right here. I'm interested. Okay. Only 12% of them are demon rats. 21% of them? Nah, the number for the demon rats is much higher. I should have put Democrats. Some of them will be too scared to click on the demon rat. Demon rats versus Republicans. It's not even Republicans. This is just conservative. You can be a libertarian. You can be a centralist. It isn't just about being a Republican. This is just if you have conservative values or if you have demon rat values. Well, 71% of you, 69% of you guys have conservative values. If you don't have conservative values, click the demon rat option. Smash that button. Let's see. Mostly conservative in here. I knew I had faith in you guys. Demon rats are not used to only voting once. Yeah, right? Smash the conservative button. See, I know there was mostly conservative. Demon rats are going extinct. Demon rats are an extinct species. Waiting for the polls ballot dump. Smash that button right there, guys. Smash it. Let's get the likes up as well. Hit that like and subscribe button. If you guys have anything else you want to talk about, any other videos you want me to play, drop some super chats. Otherwise, I think I'm going to wrap up in the next couple minutes here. No, I don't, Billy. Not after what you said. No one likes Weezer, Billy. No one. That's some demon crap music. Smash that button. Smash that like button, guys. And join the Discord if anyone wants to debate, etc., etc. I like Weezer, full on conservative. Okay. Fair enough. If anyone has questions, drop a super chat. Otherwise, I'm not interested in entertaining your bullcrap for the most part. Unless it's actually a good question. I asked you to spell Democrat right. This is Democrat right. That's how you spell it, right? But Green Day is Portland level Democrat. Okay, that is fair. That is true. The Democrats are mad. It's hilarious. The Conservative Party is still winning. The Democrats are only at 40%. Well, go ahead and click Democrat then. Demon Rat. All right, guys, I'm going to give you guys 2 more minutes. If you guys have any final questions, comments, anything you want to talk about, go follow my second channel, by the way, Travel and Trash Talk. Definitely go check that out. Travel and Trash Talk, Travel and Trash Talk, Travel and Trash Talk. Go subscribe to that channel as well. Join my Discord, link in the bio. And yeah, if you have any final questions, just let me know. But hit that subscribe button. You'll have to answer to God for not believing in him and following the party of cutting off little kids' wieners. That's what you'll have to answer to God for. So please enjoy. Double tap that screen, like, subscribe. All right, guys, I'm going to give you guys a full 60 seconds, and then I'm going to hop off. Unless we have some super chat questions or comments or anything you guys want to talk about. If not, I'm going to hop off. If you're over 18, I don't care, Panda. Take your medicine. Take your medicine, Democrats. Take your medicine. All right, guys, I'm going to hop off here. Have a fantastic day, Demon Rats and conservatives. Have a fantastic day. If you want to debate with me, if you want to talk with me, I'll be in the Discord. Guys. Peace out. Love you all. Much love, prosperity, because I know the Demon Rats are hypnotized by hatred. Peace out, guys. Actually, let's end the poll first, just so we can embarrass the Democrats. Oh, once again, we won another election.